What are you making? A Valentine card. You know, handmade is always better. True. Cards are classic, but can I show you something else you could make too? Like what? You made all of that? Yep. And you can too. You need to show me how right now. Hello, my creative people! As you probably already figured out, in this video I will show you how to make cute, unique, and budget-friendly gifts for Valentine's Day. So let's not talk too much and jump straight into the first idea. I take a thread of one color. I start wrapping it around two fingers about 45 times. Then I make a knot and tie everything together. After that, I cut the loops to form a little pom-pom. I use a brush to fluff the threads and make it look softer. To make a bigger pom-pom, I wrap the thread around 3 fingers and make it about 55 times. And repeat the same steps as before. But before I cut the loops, I leave one long thread. This will be used later to attach the keychain. In total, I make 2 big pom-poms and 6 small ones. Next, I glue 2 large pom-poms together and then I attach the small ones to shape the bear. On the long thread that we left earlier, I slide on keychain ring and tie a knot. To make the whole construction more secure, I add a little bit of glue. And for a cute final touch, I tie a small bow. I'm using kitchen paper towels. I take 2 of them at once and fold them in half 2 times. Then I cut them to get 4 equal squares. Next, I fold each square like an accordion. Once everything is folded, I take a piece of thread and tie it right in the center, securing it with a knot. Now I trim the edges to form the shape of petals. For color, I mix a little bit of water with paint. I dip both sides of my folded piece into the mixture and let it soak slightly. Then I set everything aside to dry completely. Once it's dry, I carefully open up the petals. This part can be a little tricky and might take some time, so don't rush it. After I have all my flowers ready, I draw a heart shape on a piece of cardboard and cut it out. I paint the cardboard and start gluing the flowers. Then I add a small LED light garland around the shape and wrapped the finished piece in a paper just like a real bouquet, and in the end tie a ribbon at the bottom. I started by sculpting the heads using a small piece of air-dry clay. Then I shaped the bodies from the solid piece, adding the arms and defining the legs with a toothpick. After that, I added a little details and inserted a tiny piece of toothpick into the body so I could attach the head on top. Then it was time for hair. Once everything was completely dry, I painted the characters and sealed them with UV resin for that glossy finish. Next, I designed the blind box. You can see the measurements on the screen. You can draw your box by hand or use program like Canva or Kiddo to create your printable template. To keep the figure from moving around inside, I made paper confetti and wrapped the character in a thin piece of paper. A tissue also works great. And don't forget to include a character card. And just like that, you have your own personalized blind box figures of you and your partner. For this project, you'll need a cotton hoodie. I'm using a opaque fabric paint from PBO. First, turn out hoodie inside out. Then apply the paint directly to your lips. Make sure to check your allergies beforehand. After that, I fix any uneven edges with a small brush. Once everything is completely dry, I set the paint with an iron through a paper towel. For a cute finishing touch, you can customize the clothing tag and add a little messages or cute Valentine wishes. I lightly sketched the letters using a soft pencil just to mark where the stitches will go. Then I take red thread and make a single running stitch to outline the shape of the letter. Once the letter is outlined with thread, I start covering that line with small stitches, almost like tracing it. The idea here is that the first stitched line becomes the guide, and the second layer gives it more dimension. In the end, it creates this slightly raised effect. For a little heart path, I start by stitching the thread in a star-like pattern. Then I go over it again with another layer of stitches to give the heart that embroidered puffy look. To make this personalized keychain, you'll need a shrinking paper. It has two sides, a glossy one and matte textured one. All drawing and printing is done on the textured side. Then I carefully cut out each piece, leaving space for a future haul so it can become a keychain. Keep in mind that your drawings should be 3 or 4 times bigger than the final result. I preheat my oven to 150 degrees to bake the pieces for just a couple of minutes. Once they come out, I flatten them under the heavy book to make them perfectly straight. To make this ribbon rose, I'm using 3-meter ribbon that's 3.8 cm wide. I wrap the ribbon around a piece of cardboard that's 9 cm in tall, and then cut the ribbon into equal pieces. I fold each piece in half and round the edges with scissors. Then I carefully pass the petals close to the candle. This helps to get the natural shape of petals. I also press each one with a hair straightener to make it lay flatter, but this step is optional. I repeat very similar process with a green ribbon to make the leaves. Next, I take an empty toilet paper roll and start building my rose. I glue the petals around the roll one by one, slowly working in layers until the flower becomes full. For the stem, I take a chopstick, but you can use any other option, and wrap it with a green ribbon. Then I glue on 2 petals to create the inner center of the rose. Once the main flower is finished, I carefully slide it off the cardboard tube. I trace the tube on the thick green paper, cut out the circle, and make 2 small slits in the middle. I glue the circle onto the flower, slide the stem through the slits, and secure everything with hot glue. To finish, I hide the cardboard with small leaves and add a larger leaves down on the stem. I used a regular deck of playing cards and printed photos with reasons why I love my partner in size 7 by 4 centimeters. I cut out the photos and applied glue directly onto the card. Then I added glue to the corners of each photo and pressed them down to the cards. After finishing the whole deck, I created a new box and labeled it 52 Reasons Why I'm in Love with You. I found this retro teacup at my grandma's house and took a regular store-bought candle and sliced it with a knife to break it into small pieces. Then I placed the wax into a small bowl and melted it using a double boiler. Once the wax melted, I removed the wick, wrapped the top around a toothpick and placed it into a teacup. Then I slowly poured the wax and let it set completely. You can experiment with different cups. This one, for example, comes with a matching saucer that works perfectly as a jewelry tray. For this project, I use a shimmery air dry clay. I took a small piece, rolled it out, and used a folded piece of paper to cut out a heart shape as my guide. Then I rolled out a long clay strip measuring about 5 cm in wide and started forming the walls of my candle. Technically, this is going to be a trinket box that will later turn into a candle with a hidden message. Once the clay was fully dry, it was time to seal it. After melting the wax, I secured the wick inside of the box and poured the wax in, but not all the way on the top. I placed these little plastic bead letters and gently pressed them into the semi-soft wax. Then I poured the final layer of wax on top. I started by printing a background and a wooden floor to match the size of my shadow box frame. I traced the back of the frame into the paper, cut everything out, and glued it to the backing. Next, I cut out the floor and began gluing tiny people onto it. Then I started working on the gallery wall. I printed little photos of me and my partner, glued them into small golden frames, and moved them around until I found the most charming layout. Once I was happy with the composition, I glued the frames down and added LED lights all around the border of the shadow box. After putting everything together, I attached the battery switch to the back of the frame so it would be easily to turn on. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you brought some inspiration and creative ideas of what gifts you can make for someone you love. And if you like this video, give a thumbs up, leave your comments. See you soon and bye bye!